Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Samal Trinity Biati. I'm student part 4 from BBA majoring in Human Resource to ITM KBN. So today I will share with you about one topic that is related with OD or Subject Change and Organization Development or HRM 645, that is about online learning, where what is work and what is not work. So what is online learning? Online meaning of an activity or service on or done using the internet or other computer network, while learning is the process of learning something. So let's go into the detail about online learning. Okay, I want to share with you about online learning before and after pandemic. So before the pandemic, we know that online learning has been exist, but it's not very popular. Okay, and before this, online learning is an optional, so not for everyone, because I think from my reading and my searching, online learning is just for those students that use for homeschooling or smart school or long distance learning, just like me, PGE student. So it's just an optional. It's not a must for every student in Malaysia. But when before pandemic also, it's not very prevalent, which majority of the students choose traditional education, where we go to the school or we have a face-to-face class, and traditional and online learning is work well as is. We know it because I'm a student, I'm a trainer too, and I have two children in secondary school. Okay, and then only students with access to online resource bother to choose online learning because they have an access. But after the pandemic or during the pandemic, this situation has changed because we can't go to school, we can't have a face-to-face class. So during the pandemic, online learning is mandatory. Changed 360. Okay, and everyone needs it because we need to continue our study, we need to continue our learning process, and it provides a proper environment for learning in a place of traditional school. Because we know when the pandemic happened, we are prevent from spreading the virus, and online learning is become a mandatory, the must for everyone in Malaysia or globally. Okay, and furthermore, it needs to be optimized for everyone. You want or not, you need to study through online. Even students without regular access to online resources, poor connection or poor bandwidth, need to be able to immerse themselves into online learning. Okay, actually online learning is very related with IR 4.0 or Industrial Revolution 4.0, where we focus towards on cyber physical system, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence. So we are towards to high complexity on learning agility, adaptability, empathy, and transdisciplinary, where we also need to develop deep expertise and a disciplinary of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But we have focus on low physical level, basic engineering, and to a learner skill. Okay, furthermore, on Malaysia Higher Education Framework 4.0, we have focused on future, on 2010, that we have developed, that we have to develop a syllabus for higher education that more to redesigning higher education initiative, reorganizing curriculum, and transform the learning and training delivery, which now is happening. We are from traditional method with face-to-face or classroom. Now we go to online, and we also enhance agile governance with a smart campus, with a digital ethics and value, and autonomous governance and sustainability and others. And we also enhance research and innovation to develop our learning in higher education in Malaysia. So we also plan on talent learning, which more to neoteric value driven academia and cognitive flexibility. Okay, that's our base of the online learning in Malaysia, that actually we are on track. We must go to there because we have the framework. Okay, online learning is work when it could be at any time or any pace or level, because we can choose our time or our level which we want to begin or we want to start. And also online learning is enhance the synergy which we can do freely in discussion and enhance the engagement between the student or the participant. Okay, and we also have a high quality of dialogue whereby student or learner can analyze other learners' comment from their comment in the class. Face-to-face cannot do, could take the time to analyze others' answers or comment, but online we can do it straightly because we are in the same situation or we may have more resources than others. Okay, and online learning have more benefit to which is a speaker center, where only one speaker can speak in one time, so the others could listen effectively and we react after the other reaction. This is very good because we are develop the listening skill. Okay, and the other one is why this online learning is work, because it's very interactive and it has the element of creative teaching. So many applications we can use through online learning to enhance the learning. For example, Padlet, Jamboard, Kahoot game, quizzes, and many more. Because through this application, additional application, we can get more engagement and participation from the student or from the learners. And also through online learning, also we have an access to resources, which we are easy to get any resources such as journal, ebook, statistics, and others resources that can be used for our learning. From table 1.1, we can see that most of the students that involved in this survey, normally they are gaining interest in online learning. They think online learning is more interesting, which they can doing searching for resources through internet while they are attend the class through online learning. And they also there also thinks that online learning is flexible on schedule and environment. They also have access to more learning topics, and also they are comfortable to interact with other people while they are at home. I think this is the good signs of online learning. Okay, now we look at the online learning, what is not work. There is a few things that are not work for online learning. First is technology, which is the equity and accessibility to technology is actually not very good in Malaysia, and we also have a problem or issue for gadget, especially when the student is from inland. They have a poor bandwidth or connection and they can't further their study because the poor connection, or they didn't have any equipment or any gadget can support their online learning. And then also issue on computer literacy, because the user, either a student or the facilitator or the teacher, must have computer literacy, must have a good computer literacy, because they need to know about all the features in the platform they use through while online learning. For example, if they use a Connect, they must know what is featured in GM, or if they use Zoom, they must know all the features inside the Zoom that they can use to enhance their learning activity. Okay, and the limitation of technology, which is we have a poor connection, and then I think the coverage is not very effectively in Malaysia, and in urban area or in the inland or in the village, sometimes the student cannot get involved in the online learning because they have a problem of connection. And then about student, I think online learning is a highly effective alternative medium for mature student only, and for those who are self-disciplined, because if the student is not disciplined, or if the student are not matured, for example the secondary school, they are not aware about the learning, why they should attend the class. and what objective they want to achieve. So online learning is not work for them, especially for the dependent learners such as a secondary or preschool student. It's quite difficult for them. Okay, and then it's online learning is just for responsible student, because if the student are very unmotivated or unwilling to learn, online learning is very difficult for them. Okay, and online learning need a high degree of time management, self-motivated and well organized. Okay, we can look at the table 1.2 that support that most students like to use a combination of online and offline classes rather than online only. Okay, in the table 1.3 we can see that students have a challenges on online learning. That is, they think they lack of motivation to learn, and sometimes they feel unclear or inconsistent learning structure. They can't understand what the teacher teach them. Okay, and poor internet connection, difficult communication with a teacher, and lack of engagement, interaction, and they can afford the expensive internet service. Okay, and some other more reasons. In table 1.4, but how students feel about their learning, 332 feel calm and safe because they can stay at home. They don't need to go to school, and they are safe from spreading the virus, from the risk of virus, from infection of the virus. And but they also feel nervous. They also feel frustrated, bored, lonely, and helpless actually. And there is also no feeling from the student. 167, they are not feeling. So it's quite sad for this finding. Okay, for table 1.5, we can see that online learning is change physical health of students. That we can see change the sleeping pattern, eating habit, and energy level of the student. So because they need to focus more hours on the PC or desktop, okay, or on the smartphone or on the laptop. So I think they also feeling worse or unhealthier about mental health because they feel more stressed because they can't understand what teach them. They have emotional health, that mood changes and temper among the students. Okay. Okay. Next, about what is not good about online learning is we can see here that if the facilitator they also could be lack of essential online qualities, because when we do online class, we need to have a good engagement to get a participation from the student or from the learners. So as a trainer, I think I must do more synergy to make a student engage with me, or to make the learners or participants engage with me, so I can deliver the input very effectively and get their response, and we can do more interactive activities through online learning. Okay, and also what is not good is engagement and delivery skill. If the facilitator have a poor engagement and delivery skill, so online learning is not work for them. Okay, and also the administration and faculty, school or ministry, the administrator uncomfortable with a change working with technology. They can't support this changing because or they did not facilitate or they didn't want to support the training, the equipment, the internet access, application or online platform account that must have to all the school, to all the higher institution, higher education institution, to the ministry or to the office which are involved in online learning. Okay, so we can see that table 1.5, there is 10 essential online learning best practice that we can use to enhance our online learning. Okay, and also from the next table is table 1.7. We can look at the preferred online learning platform that student is more preferred: Google Meet, WhatsApp, Telegram, Zoom, Google Classroom, YouTube, compared to the Instagram, compared to the Facebook, Discord, Twitter, and other platforms, because they think the Google Meet or WhatsApp or Zoom or Telegram, they are more familiar with this. So what is other network with online learning is about the online environment, which level of synergy and the limitation of content involve physical activity. Because I'm also a trainer, I deliver a subject for a government servant. When we have a content that need to the participant to do an activity, physical activity, we can't do that in online learning, because online learning have a limitation. For example, one of my subject need the participant to go to the government counter, do their mystery shopping, and report back in the class. But I can't do that in online learning. And the curriculum, which teaching method, need to change to rearrange for online learning, because online learning and face-to-face is very different approach, and the curriculum for online learning must be developed in order to make sure the learning or the objective of the training can be achieved. We can look at the statistic from 1.8, the number of spend of electronic device daily also contribute of the student. And we also look at the next table, which type of support student need to improve their learning experience on 2021, which they want the online learning that more fun, more engaging activities, and they want the subject is more clearer, more consistent, and more active and interactive engagement, and then more online resources and poster job. So another statistic is about students more prefer to individual revision with the resources from teacher compared to others. Online learning have a relation with organizational development changes and organizational development, because we know through online learning there is increasing changes in contemporary organization through globalization, through technologies, through skill needs, workforce dynamic, and changing form of work. So through globalization, we know that online learning actually have a big potential. That from the Global Newswire source, they said that the worldwide e-learning market is projected to be worth 325 billion in 2025. That's a big prospect. And IBM saved approximately 200 million after switching to e-learning. So this is the big saving cost that happen when they apply the e-learning or online learning. And the mobile learning could reach also 80.1 billion worldwide by 2020. This is the statistic that support the changes in globalization. That is not happen in Malaysia only, but also all around the world. And also changes that happen in the organization, that is technology, because before the pandemic, we can't make it possible. But after the pandemic, we push ourselves and making it possible to collaborate to our colleges and customers around the world, such as when I'm attend the class, I'm at Johor, but my lecturer is at Malacca. So we have a different location. We on different location, but we attend the class at the same time in a different location. Same with my classmate. And online learning also enhance the new method of online learning, and because online learning is more interactive, and sometimes it's more fun than a face-to-face class. And then the next changes that happen in the organization, that is the skill need. That means online learning enhance the degree of each subject, enhance the engagement with the student, because we have so many fun activities, so many applications that we can use through online learning. And then the platform features itself, for example the Google Meet, the Zoom, that we can do the breakout room, and we can do the brainstorming or the writing through the session. And I think the teaching is very good through online learning, and the young generation love it because it's fulfilled for the visual learner. And the next changing in organization is a workforce dynamic and diversity, because through online learning we need the support in, for example, the technical team, and we need their skill and talent, their expertise to support us in delivering the subject, and we also to develop ourselves to be a subject matter expert, because if we didn't develop our skill, that means we are facing a difficulties in delivering our subject. And then the changing of form of work, because online learning actually we can do our work from home, and we can do as a part-time. For example, I'm study for my degree, I do it as a part-time. Actually, I have a job as a trainer at Intan Satunajan, but through online learning, I think it's very flexible and I can manage my time very effectively. Okay? So the summary is, online learning was facing a paradigm shift to a new level after pandemic began in early 2020, and affected not only the individual, either student, the facilitator or the teacher, the parents, but also the community and also the education institution, not only at Malaysia but globally. Okay, and also online learning facing 300 degrees changing that affected value, assumption and belief toward distance learning or homeschooling among students in Malaysia and all over the world. Because before this, the homeschooling and the distance learning is not mandatory to all the people. Just a certain set of people use the online. But nowadays, all the people that want to continue their learning process, they need to use, or they need to be familiar on online. That's all my presentation. Thank you and see you again.